2025 is shaping up to be one of the wildest years in gaming, like actually nuts. From long-awaited legends finally making a comeback to brand new stories built to break your brain in the best way possible, we've got zombies, gods, ghosts, betrayal, Florida, and yes, a mailman with emotional baggage and a baby in a jar. These are the top upcoming games of 2025. You absolutely need on your radar, or else you're going to be the one watching everyone else have all the fun. Welcome to Red Rock, a world so saturated in AI, neural implants, and robotics, it makes our current tech obsession look like child's play. Progress? Sure. But at what cost? Enter Jacob Diaz, a former elite soldier carrying a ticking time bomb in his head. The Mind's Eye, a mysterious implant that gives him nightmares instead of clarity. Memories of a secret mission haunt him, fragmented like a broken mirror reflecting a truth too dangerous to piece together. Now tell me, what do you do when you can't trust your own mind? Or when military power, corporate greed, and high-tech experimentation blur the lines between savior and tyrant? Strap in for heart-pounding combat, on foot, in vehicles, and yes, even in the air. Because in this game, survival isn't guaranteed. And Jacob? He's not the only one chasing ghosts, but here's the kicker. What if the very thing you're trying to destroy is the only thing keeping you alive?
Shit, there's one.
From the twisted minds behind, Until Dawn and the Quarry comes. Directive 8020, a cinematic sci-fi horror where humanity's final hope may just be a one-way trip to hell. Earth is crumbling, and our last desperate gamble? A shiny new planet called Tau Ceti F, 12 light-years from home. What could possibly go wrong? Well, how about a crash landing? Oh, and a shape-shifting alien menace that wears your friend's face just before tearing you apart. Lovely. You play as part of the Cassiopeia crew, survivors trying to outwit an organism that quite literally becomes you. Every choice matters, every scream echoes, and the biggest decision of all? Sacrifice a few to save the many, or let Earth burn to protect yourselves. So, what's it gonna be? Hero or survivor?
An expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission: destroy the Paintress so she can never...
Imagine knowing the world ends in 1 year. Not hypothetically, literally. Welcome to Claire Obscure Expedition 33, where Belle Epoque beauty crashes headfirst into apocalyptic desperation. This is not your typical JRPG. It's a gorgeous, gut-wrenching evolution of the genre. Turn-based combat meets real-time precision. Yes, you will dodge, parry, and aim in real time, because apparently turn-based isn't turn-based enough anymore. Meet Gustave, Maël, and the rest of the doomed expeditioners. Their goal? Stop the Paintress, an enigmatic force who, wait for it, paints people out of existence. Yep, one brushstroke and you're deleted from the universe. Art has literally never been deadlier. Customize your squad, chain attacks with rhythmic timing, unravel the tragic fates of past expeditions. But hey, no pressure, you've only got a year left to live. So, tell me, if death was inevitable, would you still fight? For Geralt's gone, folks. Hang up the wolf medallion and prepare for a new era. The Witcher 4 shifts the spotlight to Ciri, the lion cub of Sintra and everyone's favorite chaos magnet. You wanted more Witcher? Well, how about one with elder blood running through her veins and reality-shattering powers at her fingertips? But here's the spicy part. Can Ciri fill Geralt's boots? Or are we clinging to nostalgia too tight to see a new legend rise? This isn't just a sequel. It's the first chapter of a brand new trilogy. Expect moral dilemmas, monster slaying, and political intrigue turned up to 11. But don't expect the same old story, because this time, you're not the Witcher they remember.
They said I couldn't play outside anymore. Everyone had fled. She said the country was sick.
Let's be honest, how often do games really challenge your instincts? Hell is Us throws you into a world ravaged by civil war and supernatural calamity, then strips away the hand-holding. No map, no quest markers, no go here, kill that. Just your drone, your medieval sword, and a whole bunch of nightmare fuel. Strange creatures roam the land. Beings immune to modern weapons. born from a curse no one understands. So naturally, we send you in, armed with a blade from another era. Smart, right? Explore a hauntingly beautiful semi-open world. Uncover the mystery of these horrors. And most importantly, trust your gut, because the game won't hold your hand when things get ugly. Spoiler, they will. But seriously, who needs GPS when you have existential dread as your compass? Welcome to the Deep South, but not the one you think you know. In South of Midnight, folklore isn't just whispered in the dark. It walks, talks, and sometimes wants to eat you. You play as Hazel, who finds out she's a weaver, basically a magical therapist for angry ghosts and broken bonds. Cool, right? Until you realize your family history is more cursed than blessed. When disaster hits her hometown, Hazel has to stitch reality back together using ancient power and a lot of emotional baggage. Think Southern Gothic vibes with a splash of supernatural horror. But here's the real question. Can you mend the past when the past is hunting you? So, is this a poetic journey through grief and generational trauma? Or just another sad girl with powers fighting swamp monsters? You decide. Forget BFGs and neon lights. In Doom, the Dark Ages, we're going medieval on hell, literally. The Slayer trades Mars for castles, cyber demons for nightmare fuel, and upgrades his arsenal with things like the shield saw. Yes, a shield that's also a saw, because why not? Subtlety? Never heard of her. This isn't just a prequel. It's a symphony of slaughter where you're the crescendo. You're not a man. You're not even a hero. You're a divine sledgehammer wielded by gods and kings, and hell is shaking in its boots. But ask yourself, how much of your humanity do you lose when all that's left is vengeance? And more importantly, do you even care? Castor Woods used to be a tourist hotspot. Now, it's a buffet for zombies and your new hunting ground. Dying Light. The beast puts you back in Kyle Crane's skin. But this isn't the man you remember. After 13 years of torture and experimentation, the virus is part of you. And surprise, it bites back. You've got enhanced powers, beast mode fury, and a thirst for payback. The only problem? The thing that made you stronger also made you terrifying. Are you still a survivor? Or just the deadliest predator in a forest full of prey? Oh, and did we mention there's a mysterious apex creature turning the woods into its playground? So yeah, good luck with that, especially after dark. But hey, parkour, 4x4s, and 4-player co-op? Sounds like a hell of a camping trip.
I mean, sure, you get your mega fans,
You are like literally my favorite person.
your haters.
Remember Fable? The charming, cheeky, whimsical RPG full of talking chickens and questionable moral decisions? Well, it's back, rebooted, rebuilt, and aiming to be your favorite fantasy again, but this time, it's grown teeth. Set once more in Albion, this new Fable promises modern gameplay, stunning visuals, and yes, hopefully less jank. But here's the million gold piece question. Can it balance the satire and soul that made it great? Or will it collapse under the weight of nostalgia and 4K ray tracing? And let's be real, will kicking chickens still be an option? Because if not, we riot.
More action.
The Outer Worlds 2 is back, baby, and it's got a new crew, new colony, and the same sarcastic energy that made the first one such a chaotic delight. This time, you're in Arcadia, where spacefaring capitalism, religious cults, and interdimensional rifts are just another Tuesday. You're a dashing agent of Earth's last hope, unless of course you're also a complete mess, which is entirely on brand. The choices you make ripple across the colony and sometimes explode in your face. Will you be a diplomat? A mad scientist? A charming idiot with a plasma cannon? The galaxy doesn't judge. Oh, and don't worry, your companions are still delightfully unstable. Help them, betray them, or just sit back and enjoy the existential crises. You're the hero, probably.
Lucia, do you know why you're here?
Bad luck, I guess.
Grand Theft Auto. 6 finally crashes the party after more than a decade of rumors, leaks, and players begging Rockstar to give up the goods. Now we're headed to Leonida, a sun-soaked fever dream of Florida chaos, and back to the neon-soaked madness of Vice City. But this time, it's not just one anti-hero. Meet Lucia and her unnamed partner, a modern-day Bonnie and Clyde, ready to flip the entire state on its head. From convenience store heists to social media-fueled crime sprees, the question is, what does crime look like in the TikTok era? And more importantly, who's really in control when everyone's watching? Also, can we all just admit, Rockstar broke the internet with a leak, and we still came back begging for more? If that's not power, what is?
They're everywhere. There's way more than I was expecting.
State of Decay 3 ups the undead ante in a world where survival is brutal. Community is everything, and mistakes are permanent. When a character dies, they're gone. No respawns, no second chances. Which means yes, Jeff with the homemade flamethrower and farming skills, gone forever if you screw up. Zombies evolve, your community breaks down, and in this world, the biggest threat might not be the horde outside, but the fragile peace inside your gates. Build together or fall alone, especially in 4-player co-op. Just remember, one bad decision could turn your best friend into your worst enemy, or your next undead problem. The Mailman Messiah is back. Death Stranding 2 reunites us with Sam Bridges, Fragile, and a whole new cast of enigmatic weirdos in Hideo Kojima's next beautifully confusing epic. Expect cryptic cutscenes, philosophical monologues, and possibly a fetus in a jar playing a key role in world salvation. This time, it's all about the beach, both literal and metaphorical. As a new apocalypse looms, alliances fray, identities fracture, and the line between life and death gets blurrier than ever. And with Kojima rewriting this sequel post-COVID, you better believe it's going to be personal, political, and profoundly strange. So yeah, bring tissues, and maybe a guide.
Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is
The Snake Eater is back, but not like you remember. Metal Gear Solid Delta remakes the Cold War classic in Unreal Engine 5. With jungles that breathe, characters who blink, and wounds that stay with you, visibly and emotionally. You are Naked Snake, soon to be Big Boss, dropped into Soviet territory to clean up a mission gone nuclear. And, oh yeah, your mentor just betrayed you. Surprise! This isn't just a stealth game, it's a war opera, a political thriller, and a test of loyalty, all wrapped in a bandana and a tree branch. Choose your controls, modern precision or classic chaos. But be warned, every bullet, bruise, and betrayal leaves a mark. Three centuries after the Ghost first rode, a new warrior emerges in the snowbound wilds of Japan's north. Her name is Atsu, and her story is bathed in blood. Ghost of Yotei isn't just a sequel, it's a spiritual successor with sharper blades, colder winds, and higher stakes. Mount Yotei looms in the distance, but what's closer are bandits, betrayals, and beasts waiting in the night. With new weapons like the Odachi, Kusarigama, and dual katanas, Atsu doesn't just survive, she writes a legend. Built exclusively for PS5, this is beauty meets brutality. Your journey, your justice. The only question left, when they write your story, will they whisper it in awe or scream it in fear? So that's the lineup. GTA 6 is coming for your free time, Ghost of Yotei is coming for your feelings, and State of Decay 3 is coming for your friends if they can't aim. Which one's got your hype levels in orbit? Drop your top pick in the comments, and tell me which game you think's gonna actually deliver versus which one's just gonna be another trailer looks cool but situation. Hit like if you vibed with the breakdown, sub for more unapologetic game deep dives, and ring that bell so you don't miss the next drop. Because let's be honest, 2025's backlog is already terrifying.